Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Leo. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos, please. All right, so we have the Fool, Aries energy, okay. They're also showing up as the Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. They're viewing you as the Two of Pentacles. And the connection, we see the Four of Swords. So this may be a very healing connection. This may be someone that you feel quite comfortable with. And we also see the Judgment card, strong Aries and Scorpio energy coming through here for this person, which they may or may not have in their birth chart. But the Fool card tells me that this is most likely somebody completely new. This is someone where this connection is meant to up level. I feel like this is somebody who's very awakened, very wise, and I feel like this is going to be a next level type love here, Leo. So something that, again, feels like home, feels right, feels like what you've been looking for. I feel this person is a bit rebellious. I feel like this is somebody who is not afraid to, march to the beat of their own drum. This is somebody who's not afraid to take risks. This is somebody who really trusts themselves. And when they know what they want, they really go for it. All right, yeah, double Fool energy. So you may be dealing with an Aries or Leo. There might be something in the Aries reading that I just did, which is actually quite beautiful. All right. And we see Three of Cups energy in reverse. Now, there may be some sort of third-party interference here, Leo. I can see that because I can see this person being very sexy, very attractive, and they have a little bit of edge, which I feel like other people kind of want to get close to. People are intrigued by, like maybe a little bit of that like bad boy or bad girl image, but there's just like a little bit of edge to this person. How you're going to be feeling, Leo, the Ace of Pentacles, you're going to see potential here. So double Fool card and Ace of Pentacles tells me new. You're going to see potential for something solid, stable, and secure. Like this is really your type of person, Leo. And I think you're going to know that from the get-go. All right. Now let's see what else my Leos need to know about this person. Okay, so they could have Leo in their chart. So strong fire, ruled by fire. They're positive, passionate, they're playful, they like attention, strength, and resilience is their hallmark. Okay, now we see your ex. Now, I don't feel that this is somebody from your past. Not with all this newness, but maybe for one of you, it is the case. But I actually feel more than anything, the Three of Cups in reverse is this person might have an ex who's still around them or trying to win them back. Okay, we see Libran energy, so ruled by Venus. They enjoy beauty, fairness, and harmony in relationships is important to them. And at the bottom of the deck here, we see childless. You're connecting with someone who does not have children, okay? Now, with the Knight of Swords here, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, I do think this person's intellectual. I think they're quick-witted. This is somebody who, they may not necessarily be book smart, but they're definitely street smart, or they're a combination of the two. And again, this is somebody who moves quickly. They're not afraid to take risks. It's like when they know, they know. And that's going to be true for your relationship as well. Okay, so let's see what else my Leos need to know about this person, please. Okay, they're impeccably dressed, very well put together. I do feel like they have a really strong sense of personal style, maybe a little bit edgy or avant-garde or something like that, but regardless of how they dress, they dress really well. They really care about presentation. We see lurking energy, so this person may be someone around you. They may also have like that third-party energy lurking around them. Like an ex that doesn't really want to let them go or something like that. All right. And we see an awesome cook. So cooking could also be their love language, or maybe they work or they have worked in the culinary field. And we see grandparent. Now, obviously, this person could be a grandparent, although for a lot of you, they're childless. So what I get here is a lot of you, their grandparents or one particular grandparent was very important to them or is very important to them, maybe raised them or helped raise them, or they just had a really strong connection with one of their grandparents or both. All right, what else do my Leos need to know here? What else do my Leos need to know here? Okay, so they may have water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Some of you, they might have a pool or live in a building or an apartment complex with a pool. They're trendy. Again, they're impeccably dressed and they dress up to date. But here we see wigs, heels, casual, or dressy. Those are really specific messages. So that's not going to be for all of you. But again, this person is just well put together, impeccably dressed. They have their own sense of personal style. And we see hair color coming through. So we see red, gray, pink, blue, purple, burgundy, or mixed color. Now, obviously they could switch up their hair color frequently, or maybe they did when they were younger. This could also be that they just have some grays coming in. So they might just have naturally like multicolored hair, highlights and lowlights, that type of thing. And we also get strong earth in this person's chart, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. All right, how else will my Leos be able to identify this person? How else will my Leos be able to identify this person, please? How else will my Leos be able to identify this person? Okay, they've lived in more than one country. All right, they may have an unusual hair feature. So again, maybe they've got a funky hairstyle, or they switch up their hair color. They're not afraid to try different things with their hair. But this also, to me, indicates like they could just have a very different hair texture than you. Maybe a different ethnic background or just a different texture. All right. They've been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. Okay. And we also see that they've lost a loved one within the last year. And again, it may be that grandparent that was coming through. And we see that this person speaks with an accent. All right. So they could be from a different city, a different state, a different country, a different region. They may speak a totally different language, like their native language may be different than the one that you communicate in. All right, my lovely Leos. I'm worried I've called you Aries because this Aries energy, like double Fool card and the Judgment card is coming through. I don't think I have, but if I have, I know I'm in the Leo reading, but I just keep hearing Aries, Aries. All right, so Leo, they're seeing you as the Two of Pentacles. So they may see that you're somebody who has options available to you. This can also be a card of really hard work. You know, you have a job and then you also have your side hustle. They may also see that you're on the fence about them or about this connection. Okay. And the Magician card, Virgo, Gemini energy. This person sees you as ticking all of their boxes. They see you as somebody who's like smart, intelligent, loving, funny, dependable. But you basically have all the tools that you need, right? You're independent. And you also don't need this person, Leo. So they know that. So if you choose to be with them, it's because they passed the test. They know that. They just see that there's magic around you. I get this energy of like they see also that you're not afraid to be on your own. Okay. And we see the Strength card, Leo energy. So they see you as completely in alignment. They see you as strong, powerful, passionate, resilient. You get a lot of attention. And again, they might also know that like there's magic around you. You get a lot of attention. You have a lot of options. And that's options in love. But I also see they know that you have options when it comes to like work. Like you're somebody who's sought after, Leo. And the Strength card tells me they see that you hold back when necessary. You show restraint. You've done a lot of healing and releasing, transmuting, learning karmic lessons. Wow, so they definitely see you as somebody who's next level. And I feel like that's why we have the Judgment card here, because I feel like this is going to match your energy with that next level type love. Now, my Leos, how are you going to be feeling? The Seven of Swords in reverse. You're going to feel like you can be completely honest here. And your honesty doesn't come from necessarily this person, although I do think that their energy facilitates being straight up and honest. But I feel like because you're in a really grounded and self-assured place, that you realize you don't need to bullshit anybody, and you also don't need to hide who you really are. You know, it's a real take it or leave it type energy. And that comes with maturity and growth, and like I said, being very self-assured here. Okay, so let's see what else they really like about my Leos. What else do they really like about my Leos, please? What else do they really like about my Leos, please? Okay, the Lover card. Ooh, and you know, to me, this is a very Leo energy. They see you as having a great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. So they know, Leo, that you love hard, that you love deep. There's going to be passion between the two of you. And I also think this person's going to feel and want to be very devoted to you, very passionate about you. All right, and we see warrior energy. Now, if this isn't Leo energy, I don't know what is, but they see you as strong, skilled, disciplined, having toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. I mean, that's the Strength card and the Magician card there. All right, and they also see you as God. Oh gosh, Leo, don't let it go to your head, but they see you as benevolent and compassionate, and recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So like Leo, you really are otherworldly. This person holds you in really high regard. Okay, and like nobody stands a chance next to you. Now, I feel like this is going to be a very, very healing connection. The Four of Swords tells me this is going to feel like home. This is going to be a connection where you really balance your, or you feel like your nervous system is calm around one another. We see this connection allows space for organic development. Again, it's like neither one of you are particularly in a rush. You're both self-assured and confident, and you know what you want. Okay, we see this person engages fully rather than projecting far ahead. Connection unfolds naturally. Yeah, because again, you're not really in a rush here. But I also see that this person engaging fully, this is somebody who's going to put their phone down when they're out with you or they're talking to you. This is not someone who's going to be ignoring you. This is not somebody who's going to get bored easily and, start checking their messages and things like that. And again, that's because there's this real magnetic energy between the two of you. All right. And because they're devoted. They're genuinely really interested in you. And we see this connection evolves alongside clarity. So growth with discernment. Okay, yeah. And we see that this meeting might occur through movement, travel, or a change of environment. New perspectives create alignment. So some of you might meet this person through travel or movement. And look at that. We see this person reflects aspects of yourself that ask to be acknowledged, accepted, or integrated. Absolutely. Beautiful energy there, Leo. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Leos need to know here, please, Spirit? What else do my Leos need to know here? All right, so friendly support. Some of you might be introduced with friends or through friends. All right, just, the universe conspiring to bring you two together. Okay, burning desire. So there's definitely going to be passion. With all this fire energy, there's no way that couldn't be there, right? Flames of passion ignite. All right, expect to sweat with this person. All right, we see tease. The energy is fun and lighthearted, but it may also be uncertain. And we see physical connection. So I also think this is going to be a very physically affectionate connection. Affection and cuddling and things like that are going to be this person's love language. And I've never met a Leo that didn't love that, right? The sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. Okay. And anything else? We see March, okay, so Pisces, Aries energy. Okay, that could be, you know, a birthday. Maybe this person's already around you. I'm doing this reading in the month of March. And we also see August. All right, so look at how much Aries energy we got. Some of you there are March Aries and you're an August Leo. Check out that confirmation. But you may see that March or August or both of those months are really pivotal here for this connection. And for a lot of my Leos here, we see that this is unfolding within the next 3 months. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.